brought to you by Sprint.
And it's been great basketball going on in Detroit. Let's get right to it. Portland with the lead against Detroit, playing a team they know that they can beat, but will they? We still got a game. C.J. McCollum playing with confidence. He has 11 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. On the other hand, Detroit also been giving its best. And nice teamwork offensively, moving the ball around. What a great way to play. Mason Plumlee off to a good start. He's picked up 4 points and has helped out a bit on the boards as well. And now we'll look at games that won't be tipping off until later. The Nets out in Brooklyn will go up against the Heat. 8 p.m. Eastern, that one gets started. And another game that's coming up, the Los Angeles Lakers will be playing against the Jazz in Utah. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. That'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Thanks so much. I'm Damon Bruce. Now let's get back out to Kevin Harlan for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We have seen an exceptional performance from Jones.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones. McCollum is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Zukic in at the 5. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. That free throw, no good. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington hits the front of the rim and out.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
To the paint. And he's right back into it with a big dunk of his own.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Lillard attacking. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Lillard's got 7 points.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominating.
Number 6, defended by Jones. And that one's good. 12 points for him.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Lillard outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Okafor dishes to Hayes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lillard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
We're out halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at Utah. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball, game in and game out. And, of course, Portland. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
When you look at Portland, they've been kind of hanging out in the middle of the pack here to start the season.
Yeah, and still too early to say which way their season will go. Perhaps, you know, an upstart in the playoffs, or maybe not making the playoffs at all. But there's lots of basketball left to be played. We'll see how they do.
Okafor with the steal. Jones against Grant. Okafor, the pass to Grant. Number 6. No good on the triple.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game. And always good to look at the backstory of the stats. Here are some numbers for Damian Lillard. 5th in free throw percentage. He was 9th in scoring. And he's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
I want to take a minute here to get in a quick word about his outstanding free throw percentage. I mean, you can see how he's brimming with confidence at that line.
Number 6. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Pass to Nurkic. Dishes it to Lillard. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. There's the pick. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Rejected by Stewart, and they get it back. Pass to McCollum. Goes up again. No good. And it's Detroit the other way. And here they go.
Incredible.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Lillard, right side, wide open look, and he connects with the jumper. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on him.
Dennis Kanter's checked in for Portland. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestands. The Pistons making a change here. Here's Hayes. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
On defense, Portland leading by 5. He passes to Grant. Drains it from beyond the arc. Grant's got 11 points.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Gives him the lead pass.
Throw down there. Man. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Here's Hayes. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Just absolute domination in this one for Hayes. He's got 13 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
McCollum kicks to Jones. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. 4th, Damian Lillard.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Really left alone that time. Hayes has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. It's Jefferson with the drop. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. On defense, the Pistons. Jones dishes to McCollum. Lock at 6. Back to Jones. Detroit with the rebound. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. He feeds it to Grant. Defended by McCollum. Number 45. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading. An even 3-on-3 break. Jones the pass to Nurkic.
Pistons foul. Number 45. That's his second personal foul.
Numbers at the line for him in this one. 4 of 7.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Stewart's checked in for Detroit. That one misses. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Hayes the pass to Stewart. Poke loose. Here is Lillard. He's got 14. Lets a floater go.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
The shot's good from Stewart. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Lillard outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's rebounded by Stewart. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. He kicks it to Grant. For the lead. Offensive rebound. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Detroit making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. The Pistons shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Number 6. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Jones drives in. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Nurkic. He's got 15.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. Pistons have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. McCollum with the ball. 11 points in the game. They get it again. Jefferson. There's the block. Tie game in Detroit. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Coming up next Monday, January 18th, the Memphis Grizzlies go up against the Phoenix Suns. Don't miss it.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And the Pistons with possession. They've got Plumlee. He's out there with Grant. And it's Okafor in at center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Jefferson kicks to Jones. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. That's good.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Feeds it to Plumlee. Number 6. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. With the lead pass. Jones, no luck. The Pistons shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Number 6. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 19 points in the game. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This would be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Portland foul call. Number 6. Shooting. Free throws.
No good on the free throw. The Trailblazers making a switch here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. No luck. Some solid defense from Grant. The Pistons trailing. Number 6, defended by Lillard. And Jones pulls it down.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Scooped up. Number 45. Off target from outside. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Number 45. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Number 45 sinks the three-pointer.
Neither team has really been able to get the edge.
Yeah, this has been a tight one here. Nail-biter just going back and forth right now.
Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Jones has got 7 points here in this quarter. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Have to like what we've seen so far from Jones.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like. Some hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed. Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Crump.
Now here's Hayes. And Plumlee kicks to Hayes. Banked in off the glass. Hayes has got 20. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Pistons.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
There's a screen. Number 6. And it's off from three-point range. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. McCollum, and it's blocked by Grant. Hayes with it. Jones covering. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And there's the rejection. Number 6, defended by Lillard. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
And the Pistons making a change here. Okafor's checked in.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Portland trailing here. Jones the pass to Lillard. From down in the low post, it goes. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Number 45. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
McCollum off a pick from Ukic. Lillard attacking. That's good. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
There's the feed to Grant. Now Okafor inside. A steal. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. No one near him. Off the left wing out.
If they grab one there, I was going to make the point that they just haven't done enough in terms of rebounding the ball.
I agree. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's McCollum. Here's Ukic. And you can count. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
That's good from Ukic. Back to that point you were making about rebounding, Clark, it seems like they're coming up short just about every time.
Well, you're right, Kevin. You know, as we've seen here, that lack of rebounding has certainly shown up on the scoreboard.
Number 6. Can they get it? Here's Okafor. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it down.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half. And I like that. Really smashing out basketball, taking it inside.
.110 left in the fourth quarter. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And that's 20 points for Damian Lillard.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
3-on-3. They grab their own miss. McCollum dishes to Jones. The pass to Ukic. Lays out. Jones. Here's McCollum. The floater. And Okafor with the block.
Time running low here. They need a hoop.
Yeah, score quickly and then foul them right away.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And they go to the intentional foul.
Now they're trying to extend this game, but this one's pretty much out of reach.
Yeah, at some point you've just got to concede and get ready for the next one. Stopping the clock now, I mean, is wasting everybody's time, me and yours included. We want to get out of here.
And he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're losing by 8. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they can game plan all they want, but there's not enough time left for them to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what they think they're going to pull off here.
Number 6 will not go. This is off the front iron. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.